Mistakes. Mistakes. We have made quite a handful, consciously or subconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally. Hello, welcome back on this journey of building cardiac diet. I did a refresh on this book called The Lean Startup. You might not be looking seeing it properly. It's laterally inverted. That's flipped from left to right. And I discovered I actually fell into the trap of analysis paralysis. So I'll be talking about that today. Analysis paralysis is actually a state where you overthink, overanalyze, you consider many options. As a result, you are unable to come to a decision or take an action. I'll be breaking this down into four parts. How overthinking slowed me down. Secondly, did too much research and little action. How perfectionism actually held me down and the mindset I actually came up with to resolve all of this. The first part, how overthinking held me down. Actually, not held me down. It actually delayed a lot of progress. Now, as founders, you start thinking about the best feature, especially in the tech space, the best feature for a problem you're trying to solve or the product you're actually making. That's not bad on its own. But then it takes away your mind from the point of focus, which is the problem, to rather the technicality, especially for us who are developers. You enjoy developing features, trying out new stuff. So hence you actually forget that what you are doing is you are trying to build something to solve a problem for a person. And it has actually happened to me. I've iterated through lots of features during the week, and some of them I took them out, put them back again. But after going through this lean startup, I noticed that every other thing, because sometimes you are trying to come to this point where your hypothesis, which is the feature you bring out, should be what stands. But as you are starting up, everything is actually hypothesis. And Eric Reeves calls that leap of faith. What you need to do is actually test this out if these your assumptions are actually true. And how do you test this out? By creating an MVP and putting it in the hands of your users based on how they actually react to it and make use of the product. You definitely know what your next action is supposed to be or what features the users really need. So with that, I'm actually rolling out the first feature. Sorry, rather the first MVP. I've gotten about 20 testers, and also I discovered I made a mistake in when I was actually assembling the testers because you want to try as much as possible to get people who you believe are actually your customers. And right now, the customers we are looking at are people that are watchful of their health and are suffering from high blood pressure and are willing to take action to actually resolve that accordingly. MVP earlier, but I did not state what it actually was. MVP stands for minimum viable product. That's the smallest, simplest version of your product that delivers real value to your customers while allowing you to learn quickly with minimal cost and effort. Minimal, take note of that word, minimal cost and effort. Is actually important because speed is very much important, especially as a startup. For cardiac diet, I decided to focus on two core features, which I'll be rolling out in the MVP letter today, which are the food analyzer and the generate meal plan feature. The features are actually very small, and honestly, I'm tempted to add more. But then, leaving it at two will help me iterate faster and make changes as fast as possible. In the future, more features might be added or actually taken out based on the responses we get from the users combined with their action. Stay tuned. In the next part, I'll be talking about the point of too much actions and little, rather, too much research and little actions.